Shields, the mindset geek from GoToL.com, and welcome back. Now, today's episode is following on very much from the Mindset Minute, and I challenged you in the Mindset Minute. If you haven't watched that yet, it's okay, you won't need to now. But in today's Mindset Minute, I wanted to challenge you with the idea that hard work does not equal success. Now, as a former teacher, there's something in my head that says, you can't possibly say that on the internet. If you say that on the internet and, there's children watching and they might be all influenced by your words and they'll say that you've said that they don't need to do their homework. That's not what I'm talking about. Chill out, relax. We'll get into this in a minute. I know that we need to do our homework, but actually school is a little bit of the problem. And yes, I do say that as a former teacher. I do think, as an aside, that our education system is flawed. It's not geared towards encouraging our young people and training our young people and helping our young people develop into well-rounded adults. That's just an aside, and I'm not going to get on that soapbox today. However, this idea that success equals hard work is drummed into us from childhood. It's repeated, and we're told to sit down and pay attention and do the work. It's this sort of Puritan mindset that we have to do the work. We must work hard, and in order to earn a wage, it's hard work. Now, I'm not saying that I'm not advocating sitting on the beach, sipping, pina coladas, reading books all day is the secret to a successful and ambitious life. I'm not saying that's going to get you everything you want in life. However, I'm on a bit of a mission right now. It's our anti-hustle mission. You may have seen some of the posts on Instagram. My friend Nicoletta and I have been chatting about this a little bit as well. And I said, so how do we start with this? How do we encourage other people to let go of this word hustle and actually embrace a kinder way of doing life? And her conclusion was, we just start, consider it founded. And I thought, okay, yeah, that sounds good. But I felt like there had to be sort of an official ta-da, which is why I decided to focus on that a little bit in today's episode. Because, yes, it's great to do work, but what if the work you do is fun and lights you up and brings you joy and delight? Now, in the olden days of the internet, when I tried to do marketing, it's very dull and boring. However, apparently, doing the Mindset Minute and sharing this with you every day is marketing. And guess what? It's not boring. And sure, it's work because I have to, be here and prepare and all the rest of it, but it doesn't feel like work. It's not hard work. It's fun. There's a lightness about it, and I hope that lightness comes across in some of the presentation as well. So I can't honestly say that this is hard work. And I want to challenge you today and just encourage you to reconsider what that looks like within the context of your life. Now, it's going to vary from person to person, but what if you embrace the fun? What if you told yourself, okay, I've got things to do today, and yes, I'm going to dedicate myself to them. Maybe I'm going to be single-minded and focus for a little bit. Maybe I'm going to turn off the notifications on my phone, for example. But do you really need to approach that as hard work? I would say no. I want to encourage you today instead to embrace it with lightness, embrace it with curiosity, with a sense of adventure and what if and what might that look like. That's the kind of approach I, for one, would love to advocate. And this idea that we have to hustle all the time and be connected all of the time. My frustration with that is one of the reasons why I've stopped releasing these podcasts and Mindset Minutes on the weekend, because I believe that we all need some downtime, some time to chill out, some time to switch off, even if you love what you do. It's nice to kick back and relax and not feel that pressure. So I wanted to walk my talk, and so I made a conscious choice. Right, no, we're not going to release this on the weekend. And yes, you might see me on social media a little bit still. I'm not saying I completely go off the grid, as it were, but if you want to, that's your choice. It's about finding ways of doing life and work that suits you. Now, that leads me on to this question of work-life balance. I commented the other day on LinkedIn that I don't really have work-life balance. It kind of I almost feel like there aren't any boundaries. It's all one and the same. And maybe that's not quite right. The boundaries queen, my friend Emma, said, well, maybe we need to talk about this, because there do need to be some boundaries. And I'm still on the fence with that one, because part of me wants to say, yeah, but what if we create a sense of work that lights us up such that we don't really feel like we need to separate it? What if work and life are all part of the same adventure? That's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm still playing with it, like I say. But more than anything, I just want to encourage you today and remind you that you can have fun in your work. Your business can bring you joy and delight. And sure, sometimes there are tasks in your business that you have to do that aren't particularly fun. But we talked about that before. Then it's about changing your mindset. You say, okay, I'm choosing to do this thing. Even maybe I don't like it very much. I'd say delegate it if you can, of course, but sometimes there are things that you have to do. But instead of saying I have to or I've got to, I choose to, I want to. That is the way of even the most mundane of tasks can be switched a little bit and given new life and energy. But like I say, I just wanted to remind you today that your business can be fun, it can be joyful, and let's together embrace this anti-hustle philosophy and see what that looks like, so we can be kinder and more gentle to ourselves and the people around you. If you're with me, I'd encourage you, go to l.com. And on the front page, I've got a Good Morning MP3. It's a little something I put together for you. Yes, it's in exchange for your email address. It's a bribe. Dun, dun, dun. But more than that, I send out a Friday email and it's fun, and we dig into this more. Some of the stuff that I don't say in the public domain, it's behind the scenes stuff. So if this resonates with you, come on over to GoToL.com, sign up. Yes, you'll get the free MP3, the bribe, but we can have these conversations a little bit more as well. But in the meantime, smile, have yourself a delightful day. I've been Elle from GoToL.com. I look forward to catching up with you tomorrow.